Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Uh, Before we start our lecture as usual, let's have a very quick recap of the topic we just finished in the last lecture. That was the theory and tools of physical separation or recycling. So first of all, we saw that the materials for recycling are not only the end of life products, but they can be waste streams at any stage of the manufacturing process. We also discussed that the complexity of the material sometimes can be reduced by reducing their size. And then we discussed that the chemical complexity normally does not reduce by the size reduction. And then we discussed that the design of the recycling process should be such that the complexity of the streams are not increased, they are kept as such, or they are reduced at best. And then in the whole discussion we saw the most important thing which kept coming was the particle size. So we discussed various particle sizes and how they are measured, for example this Farad diameter and then Martin's diameter, and also we discussed this Sauter-Mean diameter, and then we discussed the distribution. We saw that whenever the particles are reduced or whenever we have a sample of the particles, there is a distribution of the particles, that they all do not belong to the same class size. So there are different sizes and there are different number and different weight of particles in each size range. Excuse me. And then we saw that we can have either frequency distribution or cumulative distribution. So in frequency distribution we take each size range individually and see, and we discuss whether the number of particles, length of particles, area of particles or volume of particles in that particular size range, and from there we get the frequency plots like this one being shown on the left side. On the other hand, we also have an option that instead of seeing all the particle size ranges individually, we combine them. We make a cumulative graph in which we keep combining the successive size ranges and the mass of each size range individually, and both of them have their own application. The frequency plots shows us that where the maximum weight lies and whether it is unimodal or multimodal, and on the other hand the cumulative distribution plot shows us if we need to have the information like how much percentage of the material is below this size or above this size, etc. So this kind of information is extracted from cumulative distribution. Then we discuss this, that if there is one peak it is called unimodal, and if there are multiple peaks, if there are two peaks it's bimodal, if multiple peaks it's multimodal. Then we saw these expressions which could be used to determine the distribution instead, and we can report the distribution in terms of mathematical equations. Then we were discussing the translational velocity of the particles. We discussed about Reynolds numbers and then about drag coefficient, how it is defined. Then we discussed two forms of drag, skin friction and foam friction. and then we saw that the drag coefficient depends upon the velocity, the particle size, its shape, fluid density, and viscosity. All these things are important because of the next topic which we will cover today, that is physical separation. In physical separation, this drag force and velocity of the particle size and orientation are all the things based on which we try to separate certain particles from the other particles. We also discussed buoyancy force. So basically all these topics we covered because we wanted to create a base for the topic which we will be discussing today, that is mechanical separation. And then we discussed different methods to estimate the velocities, etc. Then we saw some general rules how non-spherical particles behave in slow velocity fluids and in large velocity fluids under laminar and turbulent conditions. So that was all for the recap. Now we will start today's lecture, which is about the mechanical separation of materials.